Welcome everybody to the Daily High with Tone Vays and Matt McGregor. Wow, I mean, yuck. Bitcoin looks. Tone, how are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm back in Panama. So really enjoyed my time out in Rotan. I will be back there probably in about a month and a half, and probably by next year or sometime next year, I will likely just be like you, move out there and almost never leave unless it's super, super important.
Tone teases me because I thought I'd moved to Japan and then packed up and moved within like 30 days, sold everything I had, shipped all the stuff over, bought a house, bought cars, did the whole thing in about 30 days. And Tone's like, it takes me about 5 years to get my act together to do something like that.
All right, we got some sad news today with the price of Bitcoin dropping. To be honest, I did not see this coming. I didn't think it would fall that much in this current environment, considering how much Bitcoin was purchased by these ETFs over the last week or 2 weeks. Man, I really didn't think there was this much Bitcoin out there for sale, but clearly there is. So should I do my charts first?
Yeah, and just before you do, I mean, just looking at the charts, the price is sort of where I said it could go to last night in the show. Last night, don't get me wrong, I was completely bullish, but I said like we're in that middle zone. I could easily see us getting back to where we are, about where we are right now. Here is okay for me. We'll see if it goes further. I'm not as happy. So, but right now is fine. Right now is fine. Time, what do you see?
All right, let's go with the weekly chart. Now, the weekly chart does not look very concerning. The weekly chart still looks pretty good. And we're still above the shorter term moving average. We're, still within a consolidated range. We are still in a bullish MRI count. And the fifth candle in the MRI count is very, very important because 4 weeks from now, we just need to be above the current candle's high in order to print that MRI top. So from a weekly perspective, it doesn't look very concerning. From the allocation chart, it starts to get a little concerning because today's candle, which still has a day and a half to go, has now broken two moving averages. And if it ends up closing in this vicinity and starts trading down next candle, I need to start reconsidering this 100% bullish position, which for now is still in profit. We're still within this channel, but I will not let it go out of this channel to the downside without taking a serious axe to this 100% long position, no matter how I feel fundamentally about Bitcoin. Now, let's go to the daily chart. The daily chart is probably the most critical. I want to take a look at that CMF. People have been asking me about the CMF. Their CMF doesn't look like this. My CMF has the same math as the general CMF. It just looks cleaner. It's my custom, you know, for design of the CMF. I mean, I'll release it publicly maybe this summer. I don't know. I need time to just sit down and focus on releasing all of my TradingView code. I also need to check it to make sure that it's, accurate before I give it to the public. So the CMF on the daily looks very ugly. And remember, I warned about the CMF on the daily, how it's going down, down, down. So now that the CMF is in super bearish mode, it's one of the worst CMF readings we've had this year. That's very concerning on the daily chart because the CMF first has to turn around before the price makes a low. And this CMF on a daily chart is saying that shit is not over yet, which is not good. It's not good at all. Like right here, well, this is the good news. Back here where the CMF did make the low, we were already rebounding, but still consolidating, so that was good. And right here, the CMF also made a low after the low was made, which is also good. Also good. So maybe the low's been made. We're going to talk about the price action in a minute. The MACD, the RSI, they look very, very ugly. This candle, oh wow, it's gotten worse since this morning. We are sitting right at an area where Bitcoin needs to find support. Once again, I am super surprised. The S&P 500 is doing well. I mean, there's no issues in the S&P 500. Oh, actually there are. There wasn't this morning. Yeah, I looked at the charts like an hour ago. It was just sitting up there. So the markets are dropping this morning as well, the stock market, and here goes Bitcoin. Bitcoin is just more volatile than the stock market, but they generally move in the same direction. You see the stock market made its low in April, late April, so did Bitcoin. Made its low on April 19. Bitcoin made its low on April 30th. Very, very close. Stock market did make a new all-time high. Bitcoin almost made a new all-time high. If the stock market reverses and starts to rally, so will Bitcoin. They are absolutely super correlated. You can see the S&P 500 made its initial high back at the end of March. So did Bitcoin, made its high in the middle of March. They are very, very correlated. Don't let anybody tell you they're not correlated. I was also worried about the price of Bitcoin from the perspective of gold. Did I have a gold chart up here a minute ago? I need to. Oh, I need to plug my computer in before it dies. Sorry, guys. I didn't have my power on my computer. One second. There we go. Oh, okay. Plugged in and wait. Plugged in. Okay. No. Okay, plugged in. Well, that battery actually drained quick. Hold on. My computer. Okay, no, it's okay. Doesn't like my power source. I need to get but the original charger's in the backpack. Okay, it's okay. We're working. We're back to no. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna do this real quick, and then Matt's gonna take over. So the daily chart, I really don't like it. This is a nasty candle. We are sitting right at support. You have the 50 period moving average and the middle band from the horizontal channel. We need to rebound in this area because if we don't, we are flirting dangerously close with the 128-day moving average sitting all the way down at 64,000. I don't want to see us go that low because then all kinds of negative possibilities open up. The good news is that your modified Lucid SAR will get a chance to go significantly lower and then break at a perfect time for an uptrend. I will also say that if you look back, we have had a very similar consolidation in the past. This really annoying, nasty consolidation. It started in April of 23, which is similar to this one that started in March of 24. And that one lasted all the way into October before a massive breakout. I don't think this one is going to last till October, but it can definitely last into September. So this would be maybe a month or two shorter than the last consolidation. And the last consolidation took us below the 128-day moving average. I don't want to see this one take us below the 128-day moving average. Now, the low was at 57, and over here, the low was at 25, and we hit it multiple times. So it's possible. I still think it's unlikely. So I think we are nearing the end. I think this is where a lot of people are going to give up. I do think we're going to reverse from this $65,000 area. I just think one more big push by those ETFs. Those ETFs buy 50,000 more Bitcoin over the next month or two, and they're still hodling, then it's pretty much game over and it goes to the upside. But on these big sell days, the ETFs are sellers. They're just not as big as sellers as they were the buyers. All right, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Matt, I'm going to hand it off to you. I'm going to plug my computer in properly, and then we go from there.
Yeah, thanks, mate. That's just give me back the screen share with you, mate.
Yep, there you go.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks, mate. That's great. I'm going to keep it really short because the price has dropped, but like my sentiment hasn't changed all that much. I still fully believe in Bitcoin. Before I go into the charts, please like, subscribe, share with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the the description below, and please join the Discord group. We're going to bring our bang box to you very, very shortly. I can't wait to do that. All right, let's crack on through this. I'm going to go the opposite way. I'm going to go up the charts. I'm going to start at the 4 hour time frame. I'm so sorry. Removed. I don't like to do that. I removed my long trade that was in wherever it was in. I can't even remember right now, but the trade I was in for like a week, I did pull that trade in 0.03, something like that. Disappointing considering I was about 0.2 up at one point. But as I said in the show last night, I don't want to pull this trade. I don't want to pull this trade. But I'm in the position where if I think I can buy the trade back at the same price, I will close the trade just to re-enter at the same price. And that's kind of what I did. I don't exactly remember what the price was as soon as the trade closed. I can't remember, but I have re-entered a trade at 67,108, which is underwater right now. If we start to get below 67 600, I probably will close this trade in a loss. But I want to give it a chance. Give it a chance if you're from South Australia. We're below the simple moving average right now. We're inside the wave, below every single moving average on Alpha Metrics on the 1 hour time frame. Not good. But I mean, there's only one place it can go. We're super duper. The RSI would be super duper oversold. When we're down here on the 1 hour time frame, and every oscillator is completely oversold on the 1 hour time frame. I'm expecting a bounce. I'm expecting a bounce on the 1 hour. We'll see. Let's move up the time frame. 4 hour. We got a green star on the 4 hour time frame. Unfortunately, the wave is still red, which means when we get to the weekly time frame, I'll show you what that means. So we are oversold on the 4 hour time frame. We're back inside the wave. The wave is red. This is a chance for me to take a punt to get a little response, at least to get back to the 7 simple moving average. The fact that we're below, the price is below all the moving averages. I do expect some kind of pop from here. We'll see what happens. 12 hour time frame. Just had a bearish cross on the 12 hour. The MRI count is bad. Obviously, it's a red star candle on the 12 hour time frame. I don't know. Oh, that's why. That's why. Look at this. I keep doing this. Why? I should be looking at the index. There we go. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it was doing that. All right, cool. 12-hour time frame. Yeah, MRI doesn't look good. Alpha numerics doesn't look good. But this is kind of what I can see happening. Sort of a green diamond down here. As long as we're above these points at 57, I still see this as a really, really good buy the dip zone. So let's look at the daily and see what we got here. We haven't had the bearish cross on the daily time frame yet, which we've had here. We're below the 30 simple moving average, coming down to the 50 simple moving average. It's the same thing, guys. I see this zone here as really, really good buying the dip territory, even what the price we are at right now. I think that this could really rally off this, but as long as we stay above 58. But then the funny thing is about it is if we start to come down here and get below 58, we'll start to get green diamonds and all sorts of this stuff. I'm still interested. This is the overview of the show. That when I go to the weekly time frame, you'll see what my overview is. I'm bullish either way. Right? We're still above the 7 simple moving average here, which last night in the show I said, I think that we can come back down and kiss on the 7. We absolutely have done that now. We start to close below this. We look for the 30. Start to close that. You look for the 50, all the way down. Weekly time frame looks fine, guys. There's 5 days and 10 hours left. I am so bullish on Bitcoin. If you're spot buying, if you're 2x, 5x leverage trading, I still think that any one of these buys right here is a buy. It's a buy. It's a buy. I think that we've got a really, really good chance to rip later this year or into next year, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't get too concerned about a few $1,000 dip right here, especially when we're above on the weekly time frame every moving average on Alpha Numerics. 200, 50, 30, 7. The freak out is not warranted at this point. This is regular stuff. If we start to, as I said, come below $60,000, sure, that's looks like a double top, which is not great. But if we come into the 30, 55, 56, I'd be locking in again. I'm viewing all of this range as if the wave was already green. And I know that's front running my own indicator. If this wave was green, any dips are buy the dips. When it's red, you're supposed to kind of ignore the dip buys. But I'm still bullish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. Tone, I'm coming back to you now. I guess
Well,
the
I can tell you the exact reason why it like drops, right? So I've been meaning to make a substantial purchase on something for the last like 2 months, and I've been delaying that purchase. And every time I'm about to commit to the purchase, and then I have to, get the money together to buy it like a week or two later, the moment I'm like, okay, I'm ready to sign, market drops like $5,000 on Bitcoin. It's like it knows, uh, and uh, and I'm telling you, like the moment I actually have to make that purchase, Bitcoin's gonna be down at $40,000. And that's exactly what happened to me during like FTX. Well, like I was like delaying, like a major uh so well, like paying for the financial summit, which is usually the bills for that are usually in 6 digits. Like I gotta like the hotel needs $100,000 wire, and I'm like, yeah, I'll send it to you in 3 weeks. And you know what happens during those 3 weeks? Bitcoin goes down like 35%. Like I actually had to do this like right after the FTX collapse because I couldn't delay it anymore. So I have like literally the worst luck. And the moment I send the money off, it like Bitcoin just starts to rise.
and I'm with you right now because the last like whatever it is few months I've been full-time Bitcoin living in Japan. I'm unemployed, and I realized like wow, it was way easier to trade Bitcoin when I had a job that was making me two
Oh
hundred
yeah.
thousand. Like as soon as you go, well, I can just live off this. It's like, well, now I really care if the price drops $5,000. It's like my net worth just dropped. That's all I got. But that's part of the
Yeah,
fun.
Garrick's gonna say that always happens to me. No, I'm the worst. I'm the worst with that. Like every time it's like I have to. So it's like I'm like shit. Okay, I have to do it next week, and then it makes it even worse next week. And the moment the purchase is over, it's like up 100% over the next few months. Great.
Oh yeah, mate. If the price drops of another few $1,000s, I'll be like scanning the paper looking for a job as a lifeguard at the local military base or something, you know. But I still think we're going good. When the price goes back up, we'll all be singing and dancing again. I do
Right.
think that we've got a
Right.
long way to go.
By
But
the way, it also works on the flip side, right? No one ever pays, the bill for the financial summit when the price is in the dirt. Everyone always times it right at the top somehow, except me. So whenever I receive it, it's always at the top. Whenever I have to pay out from from those cents, it's always at the bottom.
it's because you invited a heap of traders to to your workshop. That's your own fault. All right. Well, what you want to look at the US markets or you want to wind her up, eh?
No, I already glanced at the S&P
Yeah.
500. It's the only one that really matters. Not much else today. The FOMC is tomorrow. Keep that in mind. The CPI numbers are probably tomorrow as well. Today or tomorrow, I gotta check on that. So we got lots of news going on, lots of macroeconomic news. People might be just a little scared. They don't know what the numbers are going to be like. When people are scared, they tend to go into cash. Probably a little extra selling more than usual right now. I think this is going to turn around. I think Bitcoin will hold 65,000. If it doesn't, I will have to lower that 100% allocation. So we'll give it another, 24 hours. The market might have a hissy fit when the Powell does not lower the rate, and it's okay. It will get over its hissy fit as usual, and I still think S&P 500 new all-time highs next week.
Touche, mate. Touche. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Please use your links in the video below, and see you tomorrow night.